Hey everybody, Clint here, Mark here. We, just like I'm sure all of you, have been watching and rewatching the new Star Wars teaser. Super excited.
It's awesome. Feels like Star Wars.
It's like Star Wars is back.
You know?
Well, let's get into it. Let's unpack it a little bit. We got, there's so many cool things about this trailer, but we narrowed it down to, we got 6 things that we want to talk about.
Number 1 is Luke's voiceover, the lineage. We've got the continuation of the Skywalker line going on. It's so Star Wars.
So he's clearly talking to somebody of relation to him.
Presumably one of the 3 protagonists, maybe one of the villains. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Because meanwhile, you've got Domhnall Gleeson, who looks just like Mark Hamill did back in the day.
He really has got that going.
Yeah, and then Kylo Ren, we're not sure who what his story is. Or maybe they're all goddamn related. And, you know, who knows?
It's a great family reunion.
It's a great big family reunion where everybody's at disparate sides of this conflict, and, you know, who knows?
We have no idea.
That's the great thing, is we don't know who he's talking to yet. Obviously, there's some imagery to, and this is kind of 1A. Yeah. The lightsaber is Anakin's lightsaber.
It's Anakin's.
That Obi-Wan gave to Luke in A New Hope.
He lost in Cloud City.
That he lost in Empire Strikes Back. So that rumor from last year where the movie starts out with a hand floating through space clutching a lightsaber, at least partially true. But coupling Luke's VO with the handoff of this lightsaber, you know, he's talking about my father still has it. Yeah. So is he talking to Anakin's Force Ghost?
Or is Vader still alive?
Or is this a flashback? No. I hope it's not a flashback. You know, he's talking about his father, his sister, and now you have it. So he's handing it off to one of his you know, progeny of some sort. Is it his kid? Is it Leia's kid? Han Solo's kid? Who knows? But coupling it with that lightsaber is really the only plot that we get in this trailer. We know that it's going to have to do with
the
some
transference of
and the Force waking back up, and that's the form in which it is waking back up, is one of the Skywalker clan.
They're presenting a new concept. I think that's one of the most exciting things, is that, like, so it's transference of lineage, and we have this new concept of the Force almost achieving singularity, achieving consciousness. If it's been dormant through all the other movies, then what the hell are we in store for? Then we have point 2, we got a whole new look to the Empire, sort of an updated look from the old thing.
Yes.
Everything's looking shitty for the Rebels still, the New Republic, but everything's looking like it was redesigned by Johnny Ive.
It's the Apple Store as standing in for the Empire. Talking again about the look and the feel of this and feeling like Star Wars is back, I like the look of everything. It feels like the world that we know from the original trilogy that's just been shit on for 30 years. Yeah. Like, they've been going through...
They've been at war.
Through a rough patch.
Really feels like they're still the machine of war that they're supposed to be in the originals, and then there's the rebels are still just been beaten down this whole time.
And visually, the original trilogy is super prevalent in this trailer too. Especially like when the Falcon flies through the tailpipe of that, what I guess is it looks exactly like Return of the Jedi, and when they were attacking the Death Star.
The villains.
The villains. We get another good look at Kylo Ren here, actually wielding the hilted lightsaber that we've all talked.
Yeah, we talked and figured out and like discussed about how it's going to be used. When you see it used, it's terrifying. It's like this crazy, like multiple blades flying at you.
Scary looking dude when he's like he's hacking it, and he's clearly doing something with the Force, you know. So it's like
pushing people or pulling. Or
so whatever. He's looking more and more formidable. Also, we get a look at the Chrome Trooper. Yeah, which is a really cool look.
Supposedly Gwendolyn Christie.
Gwendolyn Christie might be playing Captain Phasma. I don't know whatever you pronounce it. It's a silly, awesome sounding name, but
it sounds stupid, but also sounds awesome. We also have one more possible villain, sort of Hitler-esque looking guy in front of all the.
So there's that huge wide shot with the big red flag,
Nazi banner.
Yeah, big red Nazi banner in the background. All the stormtroopers in the foreground, and there's a little guy at the center of the frame. Little guy, all dressed in black. Up on the big stage.
Maybe it's Kylo Ren. It kind of, to me, has the silhouette of, this is the real Star Wars nerd in me coming out, is Zahn from
No idea who that is.
Books. Yeah, okay. That's Shadow of the Empire series for you.
I hope it's not Kylo Ren, actually. I think Kylo Ren, just in the little that we've seen of him, is a much scarier, much more formidable bad guy. If he's like a boots on the ground kind of badass, I hope he's not like bleeding the whole thing. Yeah. It also, I mean, there's been a lot of rumors about Domhnall Gleeson's character being more in line with being a bad guy,
like
essentially.
Grand Moff Tarkin
character. And number 5, The Falcon. Man, the last shot of this trailer, I almost wept openly.
Yeah.
You know, like, see Han and Chewie standing there. Chewie, we're home. Yeah, so great.
So good.
They're on the Millennium Falcon, which in the background everything looks like it has not been taken care of.
Not at all. It looks like an old, like, 70s era Chevy that was just in a barn for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
The stuffing is coming out of the
Springs
seats.
coming out of the seats.
Yeah, and this is rusted over.
So clearly part of this movie is going to see Han and Chewie come back to the Millennium Falcon. There's been rumors that Han was like an admiral or something, and he was on a Star Destroyer. So there's and you know, I mean, he might not have ever gotten the ship back after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up after that.
Part of me wants that scene to be like they found it in a garage and they like, you know, they pull a cover off of it and dust goes flying and they're like, hey, we're home, you know. And again, it just gives this whole feeling of like we've got Star Wars back. You know, Chewie and Han saying we're home just like cemented everything for me. Other just honorable mentions in this trailer. I love seeing Boyega having another panic attack.
Yeah,
it's so clear that he's not on board with what the Empire's doing.
He's having some dark helmet problems from Spaceballs. You know, it's hard to breathe in this thing.
I loved Oscar Isaac, his character Poe Dameron. I love the sort of hooping and hollering that he does while he's flying the X-Wing. Yeah, that's really cool. And then Darth Vader's helmet.
Yeah.
There's not much else to say about that.
The last shot from Return of the Jedi is his face melting.
Yeah.
So.
And somebody kept it. Who kept it?
Who did it?
I don't know.
Luke, because he's grotesque like that.
There's also R2-D2 is hanging out with somebody with a robot hand.
Which I assume is Luke.
Yeah, if Luke's still like flesh melted
Unless
off
it's
or whatever.
Anakin, he's still alive and has that stupid ass metal hand.
Oh God.
We're not talking about that, right?
Oh, I hope not. All right, well, let us know what you think about the trailer. Obviously, we're pretty excited. What other Easter eggs, what other clues did you find? How did you interpret them? Let us know all about it down in the comments below. Make sure to click like and subscribe and come back next time for more movie news and CineFix. Now, let the Wookiee win.